All right, good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading to the channel. Alrighty, you guys. So today I am here to give you your ancestor message, okay? And man, like this, I just keep being reminded of like the omnipresence, the omniscience, the omnipotence. Like that all powerful, that all knowing, and that all being everywhere at one time. Like kind of like how we is on the internet. Like we could be in our house and be in your house and be in everybody else's house at the same time, and having that understanding of those things, y'all. And we're having those understanding of those things. Your ancestors are saying that they don't want you to get caught slipping. Because although we have a physical something that needs to be accomplished here, there's also a spiritual something that needs to be accomplished on a cellular level. And your guides and your ancestors don't want you to be so wrapped up in one that you forget the other. However that may come to you, don't be so wrapped up in one that you forget the other, because it's all existing at the same time. And so you get so wrapped up in the spiritual, you don't acknowledge what's happening in this reality here. And then you get caught slipping. Or you get so wrapped up in this reality here that you forget about what's going on in the other realm. And then you get caught slipping. Either way, you have to deal with a war. And whether that war be here or there, it doesn't matter, because the intensity of those wars are still the same and the impact of those wars are still the same. Okay? So don't get caught slipping. But your guides and your ancestors are also wanting you to know to trust in your higher forces, like trust in them. Like trust in them, trust in your guides, trust in your team. Have that ability to call your ancient ancestors if need be. And with that being said, it's time for you to learn them. It's time for you to know them. It's time for you to know who they are. And if you don't know who they are, it's time for you to figure out who they are. Your guides and your ancestors don't want you becoming so codependent of ancestor messages that you forget to go and figure out who your ancestors are. Because even though they come in, like, you got to be able to know which one you connecting with on a day-to-day. And like the little stuff that you see in your peripheral, whomever y'all is, or these little flashes or whatever, yeah, that's them. They like always around you, like all the time. So you ain't wilding out. Those little glares of light, you're not wilding out. That's them. But you're tapping into something, and in order to, I don't want to say access the fullness of that something, but in order to gain full understanding of that something, you have to connect with you. And you are the ancestors. And the ancestors are you. They are a part of you. And you are existing in multiple different spaces at once. And only like a fragment of you is even here completing your soul mission anyway. So that's why it's so heavily important for you to pay attention to each reality that you are existing in. And not everyone is existing in the same realities all at once. Some of y'all might just be in two realities. Okay? Because I know it's a lot of information out there. But the information has to be resonant to you and your heritage. And if you don't know your heritage, there are things that you could do to connect with your heritage. I had put something out on TikTok. I don't know if y'all saw it, and I put it on my Instagram. But that TikTok, it got held up for a lot of days, and it get held up a lot. So but when it's time for y'all to get certain information, y'all get it. But yeah, tapping into that, because you're tapping into a part of yourself that is going to require you to know so much more about them. Whatever is going on, like in your existence right now, your guys and ancestors are like, and they don't want to sound harsh, but they want to know, is it really that bad? Because the last time that you thought something was that bad, when you look at it now, it's not that bad. And so they want to know, is it really that bad? Okay? Whatever this is, they need you to look beyond it. And I'm almost feeling like you already got the lesson from it. So looking beyond it. All right? Not seeing it for what you feel it is, but seeing it for what you know it is, right? This week is more of operating in your logic rather than your heart space. Kind of like when people make business transactions, doing what's best for the business without your feelings attached to what's best for the business. And what they're saying is that what's happening is you might not even like the position that you're in, or you might not even like where you are forced to operate out of, but it's all good in the grand scheme of things because you still are operating in a piece of it. I hope this makes sense, y'all. It's kind of like, let's say, for example, you go to a job and then you go to the job and you wanted this particular job, but then this particular job was gone, but they had another job, but it don't pay as much as the other position, right? It don't pay as much as the other position. It don't pay. You don't even get the same accolades in that position. You hardly even notice in that position, rather than being in that position that you apply for. But you want to change, and you just want to get your foot in the door, right? And so you do it, You do it just to get you as a stepping stone. And so that's kind of like how it is right now. Like, there's something that you have been presented with that you kind of just have to deal with it and go with it until you could get better, do better, learn more, something. But it's something like, the way they got me seeing this play out is like, you have to be here until you can get there. So this is just like the first stop, or one stop along the journey. You'll be able to get there, but just not at this moment. You have to take something else in the meantime, in between time. But don't get there and get comfortable, because they want you to make your plan and focus on your plan and keep that plan in mind. Because sometimes you'll get into a position and they want you to say what needs to be said and don't try to hold it back. But sometimes you'll get into a position, right? And you'll get comfortable in that position because you don't have the responsibility that you see the other position has. But nah. They saying don't get there and get comfortable, because sometimes you get into a position and you'll get comfortable, and they don't want you to get comfortable there. They want you to get what you need to get, learn what you need to learn, develop how you need to develop, and move on to the next thing. So You might have thought that you were supposed to be one thing and now you're evolving into something else. And so they don't want you to be stuck in that something else because you're going to constantly grow. The soul is not going to stay the same age. Hell, the soul is ageless anyway. But in this existence, time matters. But in every other reality, time does not matter. And so your soul will continue to evolve on this soul mission. You cannot keep the soul stagnant, because when you try to keep the soul stagnant, try to keep the soul the same age, then the soul just start, hey, there's a lot of resistance. And if you're not allowing the soul to continue on the path that it needs to continue on, then ancestors start, and your guides, they start wrecking shop. And it's not, they ain't intentionally trying to wreck shop. They're just trying to make you as uncomfortable as possible to go on to the next thing. So you feel that discomfort. Maybe it's time to move on. Some of you guys are searching for answers, and your ancestors like sleep on it. Matter of fact, record your dreams, because I think they done told you in your dream already. They done told you in your dream already. So sleep on it, and it's going to come to you. The answer that you're going to need is going to come to you. It's close. That's what they saying, that the answer is close, okay? Your answer is real close. But a lot of y'all being tested. Hey, your patience is being tested right now. Your patience is being tested, but you gotta keep it trucking. You gotta do what's good for the cause. Can't put your emotions in this one. You just gotta keep it pushing. Because them emotions gonna get you caught up. Them emotions gonna get you, them feelings is what's gonna get you caught up. That's that other thing. Be love and light when you need to be, but know when you need to rely on that logic and that prefrontal concept. What did they call that? Right here. Your frontal lobe, whatever. Know when you need to rely on that. Your guides and your ancestors are saying, like, if you feel like you need closure in a loss, something that you lost, then take a couple moments. Do your ritual around it. Do your ceremony around it. So you can release it. Because holding on to it for too long might, mess things up for you or keep you stagnant, and that creates the resistance. And, so that could be something that's blocking you too. But your ship is coming. Your ship is coming. So do what you got to do in your grief. Your ship is coming. But sleep on it, and your answer is coming too. All right? Your answer is very close to you. Track down what you need to track down. They're saying, like, it's a lot of information finna come in for you. Like, a lot of important information finna come in for you. Some of y'all probably already got it and just don't know what to do with it. Your ancestors saying, do not get caught slipping, because there's so many other things that's going on in the world. And if you're not paying attention to those things, you'll get distracted with this Johnny Depp case. Okay. You're going to be Depp. All right. Deep depth. All right. So don't get so focused on this stuff that is not a part of your reality. Okay. It's a lot going on in the world. I don't know if y'all saw the thing with the banking systems in the Caribbean and St. Lucia, that they didn't have no money in their banks. They went to the banks and it was all the money gone. Some kind of reset happened down there, and it's like a lot of the media outlets ain't even covering it. News ain't even covering it. I just got on TikTok one day and there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm like, whoa, holy crap, where have I been? My ancestors were like, hey, you gotta come down. You gotta come back to this reality every now and again. So I'm just sharing the word, because we get so caught up in this life, we forget the rest of the life. Paying attention to your families, paying attention to your kids, paying attention to their needs, paying attention to the overall mission. But yeah, don't get caught slipping, y'all. It's coming. If you need to gain more information, do it. If you need to remove like pride or ego out of the way for certain things to transpire, then do that too. It's okay sometimes to be the student, even if you was the teacher, or if you was the leader, if you was the boss in one organization, you go to another one. It's all right to follow for a while. That's called on the job training. You're learning the skill, you're learning the profession. Then once you get all the insight that's necessary, you gotta show them what you're made of. That's just how it is, okay? So it's okay to be humble, to take a back seat, to rest, to let somebody else do it all for a change. To put yourself in your mental health first. Okay, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Speaking of mental health, I'm about to head out to the clinic, so y'all got your Ancestor message early today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this message, and I'll holler at y'all. Don't get caught slipping. If you're interested in becoming Patreon, all the information is in the description below. The meetings are going a little bit slower this month because that book is humongous, okay? And it's take a lot to get through that material. But the information in the description below. I'm about to start putting out more meditations on Patreon. I just got me a classic. So I think that's going to be something interesting as well. I think the second tier will allow you to get access to the meditations. And yeah, so I'll holler at y'all.